All right, let's dive right into this explainer and unpack a massive shift that's happening in the global freelance market. For years, the gig economy has been totally dominated by just a handful of giant platforms. But today, zero commission, socially integrated platforms are coming in and fundamentally changing the game. We are literally watching a complete redefining of how independent work is sourced, executed, and ultimately paid for.
To really grasp the stakes here, we've got to start with the sheer scale of this market. According to recent World Bank estimates, we're looking at roughly 435 million gig workers operating globally. I mean, that is huge. This isn't just some niche side hustle trend anymore. It represents a seismic shift away from your traditional 9-to-5 employment. We are talking about a workforce that makes up a massive chunk of the global labor pool, and they're all drawn to the autonomy, the flexibility, and the worldwide reach that freelancing offers.
Now, the demographic breakdown of this 435 million-strong workforce reveals something really fascinating. It's overwhelmingly young. It's driven heavily by millennials, who make up 48%, and Generation Z at 30%. So why does this matter? Well, these younger generations, especially the digital natives who completely dominate the IT and digital freelance sectors, they naturally demand flexible, digital-first, and most importantly, social media-like work environments. They fully expect the tools they use for their jobs to be just as intuitive and connected as the apps they scroll through in their free time.
That brings us to Section 1, the legacy platform tax, the cost of doing business.
So as this freelance economy absolutely booms and younger workers flood in, a massive point of friction has popped up. Let's break down the hard math of what we call the legacy platform tax, because it's honestly staggering. If you're an agency or a busy freelancer billing, say, a $20,000 month, the fees are wild. Fiverr takes a flat 20% right off the top. And when you factor in withdrawal fees and the cash you have to spend on promoted gigs just to stay visible, their effective take rate lands between 21 and 22%. Over a fifth of your earnings, just gone. Meanwhile, Upwork recently moved to a flat 10% service fee, but you still have to buy connects just to bid on jobs. Add in those bidding costs and withdrawal fees, and their effective rate still pushes up to around 13%.
This sets up a really stark contrast in the market right now. On one hand, you have these expensive, transactional legacy platforms built over a decade ago. They kind of treat you like a catalog item and extract anywhere from 11 to 22% of your income. But on the other side, we're seeing an emerging model that completely flips the script. This new wave prioritizes zero commissions and actually fosters organic, social relationship building between clients and freelancers.
Moving on to Section 2, Beyond the Tax, Fragmented Freelance Workflows.
The financial tax isn't even the only problem with the old way of doing things. Legacy platforms also suffer from a severe workflow disconnect that frustrates pretty much everyone on a daily basis. Look at this recent academic research from the Go-Kofwe study, published in the International Journal on Science and Technology. It proved that traditional platforms completely lack real-time collaboration tools. So what happens? Users are forced to abandon the platform the second a contract is signed. They end up juggling all these external apps, chatting on Slack, designing on Figma, brainstorming on Miro. But what IT and digital pros actually need are real-time collaborative whiteboard workflows, where you can map out tasks for web developers and designers all at once. Bouncing between isolated apps just causes massive delays, crossed wires, and a highly fragmented workflow.
The data points to a clear, desperate need in the market. The missing link here is a unified ecosystem. We need a place where the transactional stuff, like finding the gig and processing the payment, happens in the exact same workspace as the collaborative work itself. No friction, no jumping between 5 different browser tabs just to get a project over the finish line.
All right, Section 3, the zero commission solution. Letlancer.
Letlancer is a platform that represents this new paradigm, directly answering all of those pain points we just talked about. It essentially merges a traditional freelancing marketplace with the organic networking vibe of a social media platform. And their core philosophy is boldly simple: zero commissions. They literally never take a cut from the freelancer's earnings. Every single dollar the client pays goes directly into the pocket of the person who actually did the hard work.
Which naturally leads us to ask the million-dollar question, right? If it's completely free for the core transaction, if they aren't taking that 20% slice like the legacy guys, how on earth does a platform like this stay in business? How is that even sustainable?
Well, the answer lies in 3 alternative pillars of revenue. Instead of taxing your labor by default, Letlancer monetizes by offering optional value-add services. First, they offer visibility through a boost in Ads Manager, giving users advanced campaign controls. Second, they offer premium tools via subscriptions. So that's the Freelancer Pro subscription for $29 a month or the Client Growth subscription for $49 a month.
And third, they offer managed delivery services for enterprise clients who need end-to-end project oversight. So the platform makes its money by providing extra value, not by holding your basic transactions hostage.
Let's move into Section 4, the Lancer ecosystem, how it works.
The platform operates on a really seamless 8-step flow. It starts with joining for free and posting or discovering opportunities, honestly just like scrolling through your favorite social feed. But then it moves directly into real-time interaction. You can chat, collaborate, plan, agree on the scope of work, and secure the payment, all without ever leaving the ecosystem. It is an incredibly smooth transition from social discovery right into professional collaboration.
And they didn't just stop at matching talent to tasks. They built in some seriously innovative features to cater to that younger, digital native crowd. They've integrated AI-powered proposal drafting, which is an absolute game changer for saving time. They offer localized gig discovery, so you can filter projects specifically by your city or country. They've also implemented an advanced online skill testing platform, meaning freelancers can tangibly prove their expertise directly to clients. And binding the whole shebang together is a full social feed where you can post stories, share your portfolio, comment on other people's work, and build a real network organically. No more just blindly bidding on a static catalog of job posts.
Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Whenever we bring up zero-commission models and direct payments, a major concern always pops up: trust and security. If the platform isn't taking a massive cut to act as the middleman, what happens if someone flakes? How do you know you won't get scammed? Free doesn't have to mean unsafe, right?
Exactly. To completely neutralize this risk, Lancer offers a fully integrated escrow protection service. And get this, it is 100% free. The process is super straightforward. Either party requests it, the client funds the total project amount into escrow before any work even begins, the freelancer does the work with total peace of mind knowing the money is locked and safe, and finally, funds are released only upon the client's approval. It protects both sides, ensures no one gets cheated, and does it all without demanding a percentage of your contract.
Let's zoom back out to the macro picture for a second, because the timing of this zero-commission revolution is absolutely critical. Right now, the global gig economy is sitting at around $582 billion, but it is rocketing toward an astonishing projected valuation of $2.1 trillion by 2034. As this market literally quadruples over the next decade, the tools we use to collaborate and earn simply have to evolve past those old, expensive, fragmented models. Which leaves us with this final provocative thought to consider as we wrap up this explainer. The data clearly shows that the future of freelancing is social. It's integrated with real-time collaborative tools, and above all, it is commission-free. So if you're a freelancer or an agency out there putting in the hard work day in and day out, how much longer are you willing to pay a 20% legacy platform tax just for the privilege of connecting with a client? I think it might just be time to rethink how we work.